they were just subscribers, but learned a whole lot more about them. And it was interesting because my sister, she's a year younger than me, and she knows I'm doing the YouTube, but she just doesn't have time to get on and watch YouTube. But she had watched one of Matt's videos when he had interviewed a local cattle rancher about the cattle, and it was during the time when pretty much, I think it was right before everybody started selling their cattle, and they were talking about the lack of grass. Just got into a whole lot of the history, and it was a very good video. And Matt goes around, and they told us that was one of their neighbors. And older people have a lot of information, especially farmers and ranchers. So if you haven't ever went over and looked at their channel, I encourage you to do so. The Texas Boys. Sharing, I think it's Sharing and Truth. It's the father and Matt do a little bit of different videos, and what they're doing is bringing truth to situations, and I kind of told y'all about it in one of my other videos. And kind of, the people that don't keep up with what's really going on, not the main screen narrative. And you have to put a smile on your face, because if you really know everything that's going on, it is pretty disgusting. But the thing is, we got to remember, God's in control, and we're not to look at what's presently going on, but we're to look at the future. So I'm not telling any of this as a fear factor or anything like that. I just want people to be aware of, in case another toilet paper shortage happens, or, other food shortages, or I remember when Virginia, going into the grocery store, they would limit you on the number of packages of, say, like hamburger meat you could get. We may be going back to those times. The financial platform, it's a little sketchy right now. I come from a financial background, as does Matt's father. He has a lot of investments experience. I have some investment experience. I have banking experience. My last job was working in a major corporation that's owned by the UK in the tobacco industry, but I worked in the Treasury Department. And you start seeing things, and I'm not going to go into those here, but if you haven't opened your eyes, and I know some people are older, and it's kind of to the point, do you really even want to have to think about it? My thing is just to make sure that you have food, even in case of a storm, or, a flood. I don't know where you're at, but, you never know what Mother Nature is going to bring, so, beans and rice. Beans and rice. Never go wrong with beans and rice. And then, we'll just see what happens. I watched a video last night that the man said that he had gotten something. He used to be a police officer, and he's got pretty good contacts. And he said that he had got word that 2 of the major banks are in a situation now that they can fail. And I think he said it wasn't Bank of America. It was not Bank of America or Wells Fargo. I haven't done any more research, but knowing how everything works, and I know how big JP Morgan Chase is, and this is just me speculating, I would be surprised if it was not JP Morgan Chase. Only the reason I say that is because what happened before in the big bank bailouts, where the government stepped in to save the banks. And, you got to remember who the founders of JP Morgan Chase is and who's sitting on the board and stuff. So that's another way for our government, per se, to bail out the big banks, which, and this is all my opinion, how that money that goes into that banking industry to bail out that bank somehow winds back up into the politicians' hands. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I don't care what political viewpoints you have. I just want you to be safe and educated. And, it's everybody, when I first started really getting aware of everything that was going on, my mind was like, whoa, Shane, big. Because it's almost like everything that I had ever been taught, and I'm 60 years old, and going back and everything that I've been taught or been told, a lot of it's been lies, people. It's all been lies. That's a tough reality, and you don't have to take my word for it. I'm just bringing it because I know there's those of y'all that are faithful, watch the channel every day. I'll try to stay up on some of the, it's windy out here today, so if the phone goes over, I apologize. But I'll try to stay up with especially the financial, or the banking situation right now. So if I get any more information, I will be sure to come on and tell y'all. There is, I know that the president signed some type of proclamation that goes into effect December 13th. Now, my opinion, I don't know how this is going to work, people, but it's saying, it's everything trying to get rid of the petrodollar, what we use and spend today, which we pretty much know is worthless anyway because of all the debt they've built up. But on December the 13th, all these financial institutions and us are supposed to go to digital currency. So if you don't have a debit card, credit card, something like that, and we know this, I don't know how it was here in Texas, but I know in Virginia, even at the grocery store, they stopped taking cash. They would not accept cash. If that isn't a red flag to somebody who doesn't take cash. So I don't know how all that's going to play out. They're talking about making it, all of our petrodollars into some kind of digital currency. I don't know enough about it, and I've got to do some more research because I don't understand how they think they're going to be able to do it. Why I'm telling you that. Get some cash out of the bank. Put it in a safe place. And I hope a lot of y'all do that because I'm bad about that. I don't normally carry cash. I carry a little cash. I'm just saying, if you've got cash in the bank that you can pull a little bit out, and I'm saying more than probably $500, do it. Keep it somewhere safe where you have easy access to it. Again, I'm not fear-mongering. It's just being prepared, and my mother's like that. My mother is all, as far as the cash thing, I mean, she's, she's 83. And yes, she has the money in the bank, but she has cash that she keeps with her in case of emergency. So if you're able to do it, do it.